So I'm here at Position One Motorsports, where we've just been using their in-house race simulator, here with Ben Barker, who's new FIA WEC driver for golf racing. Ben also works here as a driver coach on the simulator side, and a lot of that is working with data. So explain how sort of that's used in the simulator side and in motorsport sort of generally.
Yeah, obviously in motorsport, all cars in high-level motorsport have a data logging system, so they have sensors attached to the cars, so you can see steering inputs, braking, acceleration, G-forces, things like that. And as a driver and as an engineer, you need that, and you use that to progress the car and to progress the driver as well. So that's what we have in real life, and we're trying to, here at Position One, trying to sort of replicate as much as we can the real life situation, and scenario. So we've got data logging, the Cosworth system attached to the simulator. Anyone who comes on the sim, we can see exactly the driving style, and we can see exactly what we can see in real life, with real life data logging. So we can see live telemetry of the data, and we can, like I say, we can see driving styles, we can see braking points, steering inputs, things like that. And obviously the speed trace as well, how fast you're going into corners, how slow you're coming out of corners, or how fast you're coming out of corners. And we can relay that against, say, my time I can reference,
right.
We can overlap, and for example, you had a go in the sim, I did a reference lap, we overlaid your lap with my lap, and we could see where you were braking, and it's not so much, you can brake later there, you're going to find time there. We look at it all and we see general traits, we see drive style traits that we can then try and help you get out of. So, for example, you were sometimes going in a little bit too fast into the corner, and not really rotating the car for the straights. And then we went through that in our session, and then you jump back on, and immediately you went quicker. You cured that, if you like, behind that out.
And obviously, using the data sort of is one thing, but the simulator itself has to give the right feelings in order to then put what you learn from the data into practice. So how have you worked with Position One from your own experiences in 911 Cup cars and the 911 RSR, sort of fine-tuning those models?
It's purely just relaying what I feel in real life to the engineer Matt, and he develops the car. We change settings like you change settings on a real life car: cambers, roll bars, ride heights. Obviously, the dynamics as far as the weight distribution is very similar as well. So obviously with a Porsche Cup car, got the weight in the back, so you can really feel that, and you feel the need to have to trail the brake in to actually get the car to help the car turn.
Yeah, I felt that myself.
You can feel that on the simulator, exactly. So we've set that up, and then as far as developing the car for different tracks, we do that, but we don't change anything different to what we would change in real life. You know what I mean? You're changing the brake and little things like that. So we've done a lot of work in relaying that information and getting it as fine-tuned as possible. We've obviously got the brake system there, the hydraulic brake system, so it's very similar feel to the car. Obviously, you don't get the G-forces. It's never going to be exactly like real life. It's virtual, but we want to try and get it as close as we can to then, to make you as comfortable. So when you jump in, you're like, okay, I feel like I'm in a race car. I've worked with people on track, and then brought them into the sim, and their grad, the data trace, looks very similar to actually what it looks like, and they're doing the same traits on the sim as they do on track.
And I suppose that's kind of the telling sort of thing in terms of the realism of the sim and the correlation between the two. And now it's open. It's not just for golf racing's use. This is a simulator that is open to other professional, semi-professional drivers coming through the ranks.
Exactly, and anyone who's just looking to generally improve their driving, and they don't necessarily need to be in motorsport. If they do a lot of track days, they can still take a lot out of it,
Right.
They're obviously driving it in a race car on the sim, but it takes a little bit getting used to for someone who's not ever driven a race car. But once you get your head around that, and it doesn't take long, you then can improve, and I can point out with driving tips and things. I think it will improve their track driving as well. So, and anyone who wants to obviously go from track driving into motorsport in general, it's a good. It's a really
good sort of circuit tool in general, then. Not just a motorsport tool.
So it's a cost-effective way of being in a controlled environment to try to put into practice lots of different things.
Definitely.
To
So
improve your driving.
I think that gives us an answer. It's definitely not a sort of a glorified video game.
No, it's not PlayStation 20. That's